Welcome back. Welcome back. That was good talk. So I was just thinking to myself, because I was watching the beginning of one of my new videos on GMB Noah Wolf channel, and it was explaining how, how many years you get for committing a crime, going into a bank and handing you a little note, and then you telling people to move, and it's all different charges that are getting you 5 to 10 years maximum. Within those three actions, you're already going for 30. Then if you get violent, and then it baffled my fucking mind when the guy actually revealed the number, and I've heard this plenty of other times. This man went to rob a bank for $5,000. How fucking dumb are you in your mind? Like, you know what I mean? Then that sparked another idea in my brain, because I watch a lot of different stuff, right? And what I'm trying to understand is, one, a lot of people don't value human life, never thought about the amount of their own human life nor another person, and it's so bad that they'll rather go do the worst things instead of something that's way less. It's not as easier, and you're not getting it all at once, and that's the problem. Now I understand why the Lord wrote the Bible and was like, yo, you gotta learn how to take the easy way out of things. You gotta learn how to grow. If you want to be that dude that always get everything all at once, but you ain't never had it like that, you could be easily bribed easily. Like, so I'm thinking in my mind, these fucking guys have been doing this for a long time. Many people robbing stores, all these things, right? Catch 5 years or whatever. Niggas be getting like say the $5,000. Bro, $5,000 right now and all forever. It's not enough to do anything. It's not gonna last you. So why would you go to a bank where there's millions of dollars possibly and say, give me $5,000? You're getting the same amount of fucking time. Nigga, you might as well try to get the most money and get yourself locked up for life. You're already so stupid that you'll try to rob a very little amount of money where there's a lot of money and still get locked. Like, that doesn't make sense. And then I thought to myself, because I was having this conversation with the store, one of them store guys, and I said to myself, I said to him, I said, when you think about the way some people commit crimes, it's not, I feel bad for people, because I know their brains are not, they don't even think. They was never taught to think simple and do simple calculations of life or value their own life. Because I understand when you're like, I don't care about other people, my life, and you're selfish. But when you can't think in your head, I'm about to get my own life right. I'm about to take a chance to do something that may stop the way I live for a long time. So, is it worth the thing that I'm about to do? If the man that they were showing thought in his head, me going in here and giving this note, thank you, man, giving this note, and when I get caught, I'm getting this 20 to 30. I'm about to get this football number. And then actually sat down and said, wait up, I'm about to get this football number, and I can't even pay my rent. I can't even buy a car. You know what I'm saying? Fuck rent. I can't even buy a car with this. I can't make a big move. But I'm about to have a chunk of my entire life removed. That's craziness. That's not thinking. You know what I'm saying? That's someone that's just literally not thinking at all. They're just literally like, I've never seen so much. or have anything, that I'm willing to take this chance. And that shit just bothered me, you know. Like, if you really think about it, I forgot where I was. I was in the store for a minute. Um, but it's sad, bro. Like, I ain't even trying to like Vegeta mode and fucking dumbass people. Nah, this is sad, bro. Like, we live in a world where people will literally take another person's life, put other people's life in danger for shit that ain't worth it. You know, if it's worth it, then like I don't condone shit, but then it makes sense why somebody would do shit. Just like having a plan to do something, to rob or steal, and it's the goofiest dumb shit in the world. And then it's like, I don't feel bad for you, bro. You ain't a criminal. You ain't a drug dealer. You're not a thief. You should have been stopped. You should have knew better. You know, you're doing shit that was done in the 18th century. We're in the 19th century. Do you understand that people still have an 18th century brain? Like I said to the guy, if you walk around, because usually somebody's going to steal and all, they probably ain't got no job. You know what I mean? I said, if you walk around for 1 year, do you think you'll see 5,000 people? He says, yeah. I'm sure I'll probably see more. So I said, if you'll see more, how many of those people can you ask for $1? You know? If you ask the straight 5,000 people in a row, you're definitely not getting $5,000 because a lot of people are going to tell you no. Some niggas is going to make up for other niggas and they'll give you a $5 bill because they got paid that day or they got extra monies or something. So, you know, it might even out. But that's the point of the real logical answer of how many people you think you can see in a year if you have no job and, you know, you're desperate enough to go rob a bank. Obviously, that means you have enough time the whole year round to walk your ass around and ask. So your goal would be to reach, you know, 10,000 people instead of 5,000. And then, out of those 10,000 people, if you get more than half, you get more than that 5,000 that you started with. You get it? All legit. No turn around your back and worry about your crimes. And I have to think of other ways to get away from it. A nigga will take 30 seconds out of his life, go in that bank and put his fucking self away for 30 years. Instead of walking around for 1 year and getting more than what the fuck he just put himself away for. Moving on to another thing that baffles my mind. And like I said, this is about choices and not saying, oh, I don't understand why people do it. No, people are so desperate in their mind and have been starving. And it's not even a starvation. See, I used to think that's what it was, the poverty. But I'm like, yo, I lived in poverty and I learned things. And you don't need a book. You don't need nothing. Nah, you don't need none of that. I don't want to hear none of that shit. I learned these lessons in life by watching other niggas go to fucking jail over and over and over and said, nigga, you don't even make enough money to keep up with the court dates and why would you just give up? You know? Then I thought about all the shit I did learn online about how people get people pumed and, you know, take it away. And some of the numbers is so crazy. 20,000, 10,000, 5,000. $20,000 is you working at a regular ass job for 1 year. And then, you know, you can get more than that if you do overtime. You can do more than that if you go get another job. Get it? But niggas is so desperate to have that whole 20 racks in their face. That's what gets most niggas. See, when you work for your shit, you don't see that 20,000 that day. You get it? which that's, they know we're not responsible adults. See, a job could pay you 20 racks and be like, all right, I own you for the year. You got to come to work for me for a year. But they know, one, the way they got it keeps us a little fucked up. But not for nothing, I think the system or the way they be paying is good for a lot of people because they would see that 20 racks and just spend it. You know how many people would be homeless right now with jobs, and because they gave you that 20,000, your dumb ass would still have to work even though you're on the streets because you signed a contract? That's how irresponsible people are. You know how I know? Because in reverse, like I'm saying, when they ask someone to pum somebody, get rid of you, right? They'll give a nigga $20,000. These goofy ass niggas don't even realize $20,000 for the shit that if you don't have the right side of mind, $20,000 ain't gonna last you a year. Get it? You're gonna spend it up. You niggas should be asking more. You're taking a human life. You can walk around and beg for $20,000 a year. I seen a homeless man tell me he made $50,000 a year begging. He only looked dirty because that's what he do. It's all set up. He wanted out the matrix. He couldn't figure it out. Only way he could figure it out is watching homeless people and being useful. And then he figured out the system, and then he figured out how to make $50,000 a year just for begging from people. He would beg, and then he'd go a couple blocks away, take all that shit off, put a suit on, get in his car, and go home. Every day. He was the greatest actor I've ever met. This nigga convinced people for years he was a homeless man. And they paid for his life. I said, the power of mental alchemy. The power of believing in yourself and saying, I can do something, While other people just say, nah, I can't do nothing, and I'm going to take your fucking life for it because he gave me 20,000 lousy ass dollars. And like I said, because motherfuckers ain't never seen so much money, which that's not even a lot of money. So when you see them racks right in front of you, because you seen it in the music videos, they think they're literally the person in the music video now. You give a nigga $50,000, $100,000, oh, they think they rich. They think they're gonna buy a car and a house. And not realize how you gonna keep it. You still gotta pay for that thing. You know that, right? Both of those. You gotta pay for that forever. Mortgage and all that other shit. But then that's when it hits their brain. Oh, I gotta do this forever. Oh, it don't matter. Until you get caught. And then that's when they realize how much their life is worth. When they're sitting in jail for life, or 50 years or whatever, because they do that on purpose. You're 40 years old, they give you 50 years. Nigga, you're in jail for life. Nigga, that's the setup. See, when they give you life, you can get parole. When they give your ass a flat number, it's because they don't want you to ever get out of jail. It's just wordplay. That's wordplay, nigga. It's word magic. When a judge give you life, a lot of niggas don't get life. That's why they say life without parole, 3 consecutive lifetimes. They got different levels of going to jail for life. Sometimes you don't really go to jail for life. They just make sure to get your ass away for a long time. See, other people that are really bad and crazy, and they like, nah, we can't let you back out. They give you 100 fucking years or something. Without the possibility of parole. Meaning, you have life now. You can't get parole, and you have to do 100 years. At 40 years old. 30 years old. Duh. That's life. Everybody learns how much they love their life then. You know what I'm saying? Everybody learn how much they love their life then. Once their ass is gone, right? And then I started estimating it. Like I said, how much is one man's life worth? $20,000, $5,000 or whatever. And like I said, when it comes to desperation, the other person doesn't respect life. So they're like, his life is worth that because my bills need to be paid. My daughter, my son, my wife, my life. They only regret it once they're caught, and they're like, "Oh shit! Now I can't feed my daughter, my wife, and now somebody else will, or they'll starve." And they didn't think in their head, 20 that what I got, that 100 racks or whatever. Like right now, a nigga throw me 100 racks. There are so many things I wouldn't do. I'd look at that 100 racks and be like, "Yo, that's what's up. I'm broke as fuck, bro. But you want me to do what? Nigga, I still gotta live a couple years from now. That 100 racks will be gone, dog. What you talking about? You know what I mean? Like for me, like committing crime and shit, it's not worth it. Or the worst, sexual favors. A lot of niggas be getting their money on that shit. I remember a lot of chicks put me on game with that. I never even believed it. I'm like, nah, you lying. I don't. Then they start breaking niggas' schedules down and all this, and be like, yeah, how do you think he's getting money? This nigga fell off. Remember, he got locked up and da 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 and blah 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 blah. And then out of nowhere, they just nigga, no bitches. No bitches giving him. I said, oh shit. Then they be like, read his body language. Look at the way he moves now. Anyway, like I said, niggas be every day. Like I remember I was watching something about like Latin America over there, how bad they got it with the cartels and the fucking all that different shit. This dude stole $20,000 from them. They chopped this fucking guy up and left that nigga on the road, literally, and wrote a note on him. This is what happens when you steal from us. I said, wait up. He didn't know that? I live over here, and I know that. I never worked for no cartel, and I know that. I watch the movies and the Scarface and the stories and the will dump your ass in a fucking tub of battery acid and liquefy you, nigga. What are you talking about? And I'm like, wait up, niggas is so desperate that even when I was a kid, we knew about this, and then people are still be in an organization and think they could steal and they don't know. I said, what makes a person do this? It's not like you don't have examples. Like when you rub a cartel, that means you had to make a lot of examples to get there. You didn't just get there and people let you be there. No, that means you had to do those brutal things a lot. And then people said, alright, just leave them niggas alone. Them niggas crazy. Them niggas crazy. Like, we ain't talking about no little ass gang. I started respecting the real big gangsters, cause I don't, the hood blocks and all of that shit. That no, you're the foot soldiers for the real ones. I know that. I ain't beat. Don't matter what race you are, because the real dudes, they're. Why do you think they call it the Connect? The Connect's the real gangsters, and then there's a level above them. I'm sure of it, bro. They show it in all the movies and shit. Nobody just pay attention to nothing. I pay attention to this shit. And when I seen that, I said $20,000, nigga. That's like, yo, dog. I'd rather go in the bank, a store, a person. You gonna rob niggas that's known to do your whole family for that. You're lucky they just did it to you and didn't say, yo, just do it to his whole family, and then fucking. That's how much reality, the other control they have over the people. They're like, nigga, they know what time it is. Nah, just get him. We're gonna make an example out of him and whoever helped him. Just get him. Ain't no time for that. Like, you think them bosses was like, motherfucker? Probably a little mad, but I'm sure they were like, really? Send them niggas. Send them. So we got another idiot. We got another fucking idiot. I can't believe this guy. They probably laughed at him. Like, $20,000 to a fucking $1 trillion business? That's like $20. That's like 20 cents. These niggas making fucking $20,000 in a fucking heartbeat. fucking kidding me? And for somebody to do that, I'm like, yo, bro, what the fuck were you really gonna get? You couldn't even probably make it out the country with that. And even if you did, what, you gonna run to America? That's an average man's salary, so that means you broke soon as you get over here. That's what I mean by, like, people, they've dumbed people down. Nah, they didn't dumb it down, because really the Lord said this shit has always been this way. They made more people unaware of things, but like I said, I'm from the 80s, bro, and growing up, we always heard stories, and you just know, don't fuck with them niggas, bro. That's like the mafia or the triad niggas, and then like there's those, everyone knows. Sound the horns, everyone knows you just don't fuck with these people, let alone steal from them. And then you're gonna steal that little ass amount of money. You know how much an insult that is to them probably? They're like, you gonna make me make an example out of you for that? You could have at least went for like 100,000. You know, you tickle my nerve and shit. That's my play money. That's what I get to my bitches. You took my bitch's money, nigga. You know what I mean? $20,000. He get that shit to his chick to blow in a Birkin bag, nigga. Food. That's to go out. That's his chick going out for the day. Your life was, you stole that money and you get it? I don't think people get it. And I think it's because people are not happy with where they are. And I get it, the way they design life, the way man has designed life, it looks so much better on the other side, and having money is good. Being able to take care of yourself and buy some things, and you know, if you sick, take care of yourself, pay for it. That shit is real, bro. Like that's I understand when they say, don't believe people when they say, oh, money don't make things better. It do, but it really don't, because everything that money buys, the shelter, you could make that yourself. There's just laws that stop you. But there was a time where you could just do that. There was a time where men did what, all these things in their neighborhoods and shit, and other men followed that nigga, and that nigga was somebody. He didn't get that with money. He got that off who he was. You get it? People don't get this shit. All of the money and like, all right, per example, when you see multiple women complaining and saying, I left this rich guy because this money doesn't make me happy anymore, I need more. How can you need more? He has money and he's a man, so what the fuck doesn't he have that? What? Oh, they say money can't buy love. So what's love? Because when everyone's young, men and women, you know, we're fighting to get that money so women can, the other people can love us. I can have things, I can take care of them. And then they leave you with all your things. Why? Because there's some things in life that are fucking free. And everyone gets to have it. You can't buy it. You gotta earn it yourself. You know, like the appreciation for life and where you are, no matter where you are. Rich people throw themselves out the windows while they're fully rich. They're not going under. No, they end up hating life and saying, no one loves me. And I know. There ain't no God and I'm rich and none of this shit means nothing. And then there's poor niggas like me that's like, literally, I got a whole fucking, I have the battle fucking everywhere I go and deal with hatred and nigga, what? I'm still fighting to have that one good year. You know what I mean? It's a joke. It's a joke. Like when you really think about it. You can give a man, there's children right now that are born, they'll never have to worry about paying a bill. Get it? They got rich ass parents. They won't make it to 30. They're gonna off themselves. gonna do drugs. They're gonna do bullshit. They have no. They don't know. They can't find their meaning. There's no struggle. There's no nothing. Everything is right there. That's a good thing, though. That's what people try to inspire to do. I want to leave my family something, right? But when you do so much, you know, like I'm starting to see it. When you do so much, right, and your kids don't have to earn anything, they could buy it, you know, because people could be bought off. Popularity, friendships, all those little things, right? But then when you get older, no matter who you are, you want it to be genuine. But if all you did was just, or if even if you ain't just giving, they know you, so they're like, oh, he's a rich guy, I'm gonna pretend to be his friend. I get shit from knowing him. And he's nice, so now I'm really gonna get shit. Get it? I've met rich people that was like, yo, you're so lucky being a regular person because you know when people like you because you're you. When you're rich and people know you're rich, no one really likes you. No woman likes you. And I say, yo, that's crazy. Nobody values life. You got niggas trying to go up there. And the niggas that get there and be able to stay there forever, be like, damn, I wish I can go back and be able to get that part of life. That's only down there. Because once you get up there, you're somebody. And everybody want to be with somebody. Get it? But for what reasons? Anyway, I'm getting off the main subject of don't do stupid shit for money. And the people that are, you know, think about the real reality of it. You know, when you get caught, when you have to sit in that cell, or those men come for you, and you get those last couple of minutes left, and you're like, oh my God, they're coming. Make sure what you did was worth it. That's how men, like, you know, when they show Pac getting shot and he was like, fuck you niggas. That's because he's standing on business. He's like, oh, I win. Definitely I win now because, nigga, we had beef. You niggas shot me and I ain't die. So fuck y'all niggas. I meant what I... When people die, like what Kiss say? It ain't really for this part, but what do you say? You know they deserved it when they die with their eyes open. Kiss is retarded. What I'm talking about is, there are people that when they die in regret. So that moment of death, even though you're gonna be scared, even you could be brave, but you're still good. You don't have to get, yeah, you could go, oh no. Doesn't matter, but if you stood on what you stood on and you know you're dying for a good reason because what you was doing was what you really believed in and what you know, but that's what I mean. Most people don't go out like that. They're gonna go out and they're gonna be like, that's what, like, they're gonna look back and be like, yo, I did all this shit and this is where it ends, this is where it got me. Yeah. And you're gonna realize it was nothing. It was all for nothing. You know? You don't believe me? Go look up Aleister Crowley, I believe his name is. No, Anton LaVey. Aleister Crowley was his teacher. He died way before he came. Go look up Aleister Vey and try to find what he says on his deathbed. Aleister Vey was one of the most famous. He's the most famous Satanist ever. The reason we have Hollyweird was because of that nigga. He ain't the beginner, but he's the nigga that... Just go look him up. Go look what he did to get inside of Hollywood and get everybody to chill and have puffy parties. Go watch when the old niggas from back in the day, they wasn't scared to be like, yeah, I'm a Satanist. Not like now where these bitch ass niggas do Satanistic shit and hide it and just throw the signs up, wear his clothes, and be like, nah, I love God. You know, because that's another word for Satan, God. They don't love the Most High. Stupid ass niggas. But like I said, go look up his end. That man convinced all them actors, all those singers to get down and all of this, right? Then, when my father had his way with his ass and was just about to take him, this nigga's dying, and he's like, I was wrong! I was wrong! What do you think like they said he was looking at something, he got super scared, and it's like, this is not the way it's supposed to be, I was wrong, I was wrong! What you think he's seen? What you think made him so scared? Because their shit is always taught, when you die, you ain't got to worry about hell. Hell's a lie, nigga. God's the devil and it's reversed and all of that. You gonna be good, nigga. When that nigga died, he died in terrible fear and screaming, I was wrong. My father says, you get judged for what you do. And what you teach, you get double judged for it. Because now people are you. He taught all those people to do all those things, so he understands the butterfly effect. Everything he taught is going to get spread, and all the people affected, my father's going to judge his ass for that. That's probably why he said, oh, I'm wrong, because he probably had the alligator lion beast waiting for him. You know, the Mayat thing, the feather in the heart. And if your heart ain't light as a feather, then he sends the beast to devour your soul and you don't exist anymore. Everybody worrying about the Satan's monsters. Ain't nobody scared of my daddy, though. Until they see him face to face, till they see his peoples face to face, then everybody's just like Noah. And all the men of the Bible, niggas is prostrating, jumping on their knees. That's what an angel look like. Yeah, what you think there was like a baby with wings? The Lord said, I made man look like me. That means his sons don't look like him. You know, the image of a man? Well, what would those things look like? Oh, I wonder if you're supposed to look in the world and then see all the images that are around, you know, like animals, and then think in your head, combine those things. That's why my father said to his children, don't you go down there fucking those people. You're going to combine you're going to make new things. And that's not, no, you're not me, nigga. You made abominations. I made you. Why do you think the angels have certain angels have a man of a head, man of a lion, man of an ox, a head of a sheep, a head of a lamb, a head of 4 different heads of 4 different species? Why do you think this says that they're circles, just circles? Not even a body, just rings in the sky that have eyes on it with wings. Do you understand that, like, basically saying an angel, a being that the creator makes can look like anything in it, you know? So, you know, I wonder if he places things down here and they're really, you know, they look like a fucking weird tree. A weird animal. And we're like, it's an alien. It's a mystery thing. Nah, it's the Lord's guy. Just waiting for the orders. All love, all praise to the Most High.